way of the spark in a truly brilliant manner. Ladies and gentlemen, to light a spark for some people, they need to reach a certain level. They need to surpass thousands of obstacles, but most importantly,
it's green, isn't it?
They need to believe.
It's green.
Our next speaker is here to talk about how confidence is his spark and how it's gotten in places he wishes he would get before. So without further ado, please welcome my dear friend, Denver Quadros.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are all enjoying yourself at this wonderful event with many more speeches and performances lined up for you. Okay. You know, standing up here on stage and conversing ideas is not easy, especially if you're me. I have this trait of running away from anything that intimidates me, and so far, you guys have made it easy for me, so my appreciation holds for that. This means I'll have to scrap off any formal approach I planned for the speech in order to make myself more at ease. Casual mode on. My name is Denver Quadros, and this is my speech on fear sparking negativity. I was compelled to talk about fear in general, and what I'll be giving you here today is pretty much a personal teenage perspective rather than a psychologist's viewpoint. So this speech is completely jargon-free. Now, the word fear is often associated with negative connotations. When we fear something, we look at something from the worst possible outcome there is. For example, when your friend tells you to ask the girl you like out to prom, what's the first thing that springs to your mind? Rejection. Like, no bro, I don't have a chance with her. Without even knowing her true feelings for you. Or maybe when you have a whole bunch of homework due the next day, what's the first thing you think of? Oh my God, there's so much work. Mr. X is going to be so disappointed in us. And then, we spend so much time believing in all these hypothetical outcomes that we never get anything done. Be it get to know the girl we like, or finish any of our work. The fear of failure, in my opinion, is partly why we don't get what we want. Because we create this mental block that stops us from doing what we need to do. Use the girl rejection case, for example. If we believe that rejection is inevitable, we are never going to give ourselves that chance we need to get to know the person better. Because we lack self-confidence. I've seen this in team sports, where self-belief is what separates the victor from the rest. You can clearly tell the better team or individual on that day by looking at the body language and seeing the confidence in them. But why do we think like this? A teacher of mine once told me, if you spend half the amount of time you spend on worrying, on doing something productive, there's actually a lot you can accomplish. Now, this is relevant to much more than just academics, because what stress and fear actually do is they make us miss opportunities, which is why I have this stick in my hand, because I'm not going to let stress and fear miss this opportunity to share my ideas with you. So let's do it. The late Randy Pausch, one of my life inspirations, had once mentioned in his book, The Last Lecture, no matter how bad things are, we'll always make them worse. As cynical as that sounds, that is reality today, because most of us, when we are presented with a situation, we look at it from such a negative point of view that we never appreciate the merits of doing the task itself. I too struggle with this problem. But what can we do to completely cure the problem? I'll tell you what I know. Listen. Nothing. But, I mean, every morning I wake up hoping to find the answer to these problems. But what do I do? That is a different question. I motivate myself. I stand in front of the mirror and tell myself, I'm not perfect. But what I can do is I can challenge perfection. Does this mentality help me overcome all my obstacles? I mean, not always, but at least every morning I feel good. And you know what they say, every man needs his ego boost. And since we're in the 21st century, most of you guys would agree on the statement that women need a bigger ego boost today. So to end on a light note, give your neighbor, your partner, and your friend the spark they need to believe in themselves and kill this negativity. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your show.